It is the largest cash seizure in Miami-Dade police history. Over $24 million found inside.
1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section.
What could any sane person be doing with $330 million of cash? Well, that should be a question from the FBI to Floyd Mayweather after a CNN reporter reported that a whopping amount of cash was found in his Miami mansion. According to the reports from CNN, the boxer's homes and companies were investigated and raided after he was found guilty of tax debts from his days of being an active boxer. The tax debt was coupled with several lawsuits and reports of owed debts, fraudulence, financial crimes, and other shady deals in cryptocurrency.
Money made all day. You know, right here, the light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. You know, money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
Ordinarily, the FBI had tried to freeze his account over these issues, but it was soon realized that the boxing legend only leaves a little fraction of his wealth in the bank. This forced them to invade his homes in Miami and Las Vegas. His Las Vegas home was where he stayed more, hence there weren't too many incriminating things. The Miami mansion, however, was a den of crimes. After careful investigation, a secret room was found with so much security. This was what took the FBI hours to unlock. All the security men and workers in the building were handcuffed, as none of them claimed to know how to access the room. After hours of trying and using the best of their intelligence, they broke the door open and found the room where he kept so much cash, so much that they couldn't pack it out of the house.
Cash was behind this wall in the attic, packed in orange Home Depot buckets, 150 grams.
While all this went on, Floyd Mayweather himself was nowhere to be found. At the end, they locked the house, sent everyone out, and kept it on guard. Coupled with the cash, they found more incriminating documents which forced them to call Floyd Mayweather for questioning, but he's yet to respond or release any statement on this. With the allegations mounting against him, there's every possibility that he ends up in court and eventually prison, except he's granted an unlikely bail.
Money made, that's all I do is get money. Today is a rose gold day, as you can see.
Fans said a lot of things after this, with some even claiming he's got loads of fake cash in his custody. Floyd's finally getting raided by the feds, and it's about time. Looks like the king of cash has been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Laugh my head out. $330 million in cash, that's cute. Guess Floyd has been watching too many money heist films. Another fan wrote Floyd's cash stash is almost as big as his ego. Guess he's been saving up for his next big mouth. The feds should just take all that cash and give it to people who actually need it, like, I don't know, maybe the homeless or something.
Section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s.
The $20 bills section, we like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 $20 bills. The third commented Floyd's house is like a real-life game of Monopoly, except instead of fake money, it's real cash that he probably didn't pay taxes on. I heard Floyd's cash stash is so big it's got its own gravitational pull. Guess that's what happens when you're a master of the sweet science of money laundering. One fan who feels Mayweather is getting what's due for him quipped, Floyd's finally getting what's coming to him. All that trash talk and flaunting his wealth, now he's in trouble with the feds.
Like 1.8 million, you know how it is. Check it out. Let them know it's all hundreds. Money.
Lastly, a fan added his comments saying, I wonder if Floyd's got a cash-only policy for his exhibition matches. Maybe that's why he's always so broke after a fight. The feds should just auction off all that cash and sell Floyd's money t-shirts. Proceeds can go to funding Floyd's next big ad campaign. The retired 50-0 boxing legend prided himself on his ability to generate hundreds of millions in the ring, and now that his career is done, continues to enjoy the fruits of his labor. Recently, The American posted a video in which he showed off a special Arnold Schwarzenegger watch, the one-of-a-kind biggest Chanel bag in the world, and numerous dollar bills equating to 1.44 million euros in cash laid out on a table. Mayweather captioned the clip, "I was once told that the loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room. Well, that works for the individuals that's doing something illegal, but in my case I'm happy to flaunt my legal wealth and brag about being a black man that came from poverty, beat all odds, and not give a freaking about what anybody thinks. Happy 4th, this is my independence, now let the fireworks begin." In addition, Mayweather also uploaded a simple image of himself with his money and directed a message specifically to his haters.
Of course, in this world, you know, I don't always play into, worry about what anyone says about me. But I wasn't doing none of that. I said, let me have some fun. Let me play with the people.
Yeah.
And, actually, then, something I want to show you. Yeah, let me show you something.
Okay.
I've been.
I like being educated.
Okay.
This is what I've been hearing for 23 years. All Mayweather does is brag about his cars, his jewelry, his mansions, his ladies, his clothes, and his money. This is what Mayweather says back. "I'm happy y'all spent over 2 decades hating on me instead of building your own legacy." Mayweather is one of the richest athletes to have ever graced the planet, with an approximate net worth of around $450 million, with earnings in excess of $1.1 billion, and in his latest social media outburst, the 47-year-old has shown fans exactly what material wealth looks like. Firstly, he posted an Instagram story of huge wads of cash for what looks like hundreds of thousands of dollars laid out across the floor.
But man, last time I checked, it's still right there.
Ooh, hold on, let me get, oh shit.
Man, it's still right there.
Oh shit.
I still got it.
Okay.
I still got it just for the record. I still got it just for the record.
Okay. Damn. Shit could be bullshitting.
Still got it just for the record. I still got the 100. Still got 100 mil I ain't never even touched. That's just for the record.
Shortly after, he posed on the runway of an airport for the camera before zooming in on his custom-made private jet, which sat there ready to leave. It was a huge airliner with silver and gold coloring, and the huge letters TMT, the money team, printed on the back wing. The jet also had Mayweather written on the side, and he shouted as he turned towards it, "Not bad for a high school dropout." Fans weren't as impressed as many may have thought, with one writing, "He is really insecure as hell."
That's crazy though, that after all these years, they still.
It doesn't. The thing is this, BS. You must realize this. Just about life. The thing is this. If you don't have no.
Another stated the same, writing, "What a clown, the most insecure person I have ever seen." A fan went deeper into the post, adding, "Someone who has to flex is usually self-conscious and feels the need to flex to make themselves feel better in comparison to others. This guy is always flexing and is clearly self-conscious about not being able to read." One wrote, "Blood thinks he's inspirational." A fan joked, "Will Floyd ever be broke again?"
You must making some noise some type of way. So I'm making some noise some type of way. Whether it's in the ring or out the ring. Like I showed the people, actually, I paid, I think it was in 2015, I think I paid him, that was just 3 checks, but I gave him another check. I think I gave him over 30, like 34 million. See color down here? Look at the color up top. Time me to go to bed. Time me.
$100 million check to the IRS. Yeah. Give him $100 million. Now, if someone in this camp introduced him to someone that knew the game and that could save him money, he would look at that as a.
Two fans were more positive, with the first pointing out Mayweather's success is a testament to his drive and skill. Dropping out didn't stop him from reaching the top. Impressive as always. A final fan concluded, "The greatest boxer of all time, showing what he's earned." Floyd, the GOAT, still the boxer who regularly flaunts his wealth, defended himself on social media recently, saying his empire is rock solid and the IRS just wants to be part of the money May show.
All you have to do is give them that 33%.
Yeah.
Skip, I get it. And I get the fact, like, all they're going to do is waste my money anyway. But that's not the way you do it.
Logan Paul!
I really am disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you 2 checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to turn down $200, $300 million, Skip. But it looks to me that a major driving force between him, because I always thought it was Conor that wanted to fight. He wanted the big payday.
Yep.
But deep down, Floyd needed this payday because he got to settle a score. And let me tell you how the IRS works, Skip.
Bone referred to the person as should, and the judge indicated there was case law that said a unique name could be the basis to prove identity. And the case he showed, I think, is different than what the law is. I mean, it's a very limited circumstance when that was admissible. And the cases we pointed out to him said that's not the case here. So that's a change of circumstance, in our opinion. So we wanted the judge to look.
Said that he even faked a tax receipt that he posted on his social media recently just to deceive the public. Mayweather's nickname Money aptly reflects his dominance in the boxing ring and his ability to generate immense wealth through his fights and ventures. However, Floyd Mayweather has publicly revealed that he has paid a whopping 8-figure sum in tax in the last year on social media.
Forbes just done a crazy story on the Hue collection. I need you guys to go check it out. Now, when I travel, I like to take 7 watches, 7 Ivy & Co watches. Now, I know in the past, I talked about 30 watches, 40 watches, but now it's all about the Hue collection and these 3 watches.
Well, and not to mention that could be proven, right? You just take the camera. You don't have to tell the audience it's sold out. Just take the camera and show us if it's sold out. I mean, it's as simple as doing that. Can I tell you one that's interesting? Floyd Mayweather, just before he became Floyd, he was Pretty Boy Floyd, in fact, at the time. The year was 2005. Portland, my hometown, and he fought Sean Bay Mitchell, who's a former world champion. So they fought
the tassel shorts.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Good memory, by the way.
Mayweather is known as one of the richest sports people in history, with his stunning exploits in the ring earning him some enormous fight purses. The fighter coining the nickname Money. Although retired from the professional game, Mayweather has returned to the ring for a series of exhibition fights, as well as owning a number of businesses and multiple properties. Reports in December suggested that an agreement had been made to rematch Manny Pacquiao in a 2024 exhibition clash thought to be in Japan, as the two reignite their rivalry later this year.